Are you ready?
That's the bottom line.
Welcome to another WWE2K20 Universe Mode episode, and you are tuning in to one of the greatest shows on earth, and we are live from Des Moines, Iowa. And you couldn't have picked a better place to be than to be right here today. We have an abundance of tag team matchups coming your way as these teams make their way through their tournament brackets to be crowned tag team champions. For our tag team action of the night, our first match representing Rage, the Shaw Boys will be taking on the Street Profits. After that, we'll have the Rival facing off with the Order in another tag team matchup. Moving over to Synergy's tag team division, we have the Colognes taking on the Future, followed by the tag team of Hit versus P1. Representing Rage for the women's tag team division is Riot Squad taking on Truth and Consequences, followed by another tag team matchup of Moonlight versus Chaos. For Synergy's women's tag team division, we have the Suicide Blondes taking on Boom. And for tonight's main event, we have Pretty Mean Sisters taking on the Absolute Solution. And taking a look at Rage's tournament bracket for the tag team division, they have a lot of their tag teams up for grabs. The Shaw Boys will be taking on the Street Profits coming up next. Welcome back, folks. It is time for some tag team action, and for the first match of the night, the Shaw Boys will be taking on the Street Profits. Making their way down to the ring right now are one of the newest tag teams of LOW. The Shaw Boys are here, and they have their eyes set out on some championship titles. Hannibal Shaw was picked up in 2K19 and had a great singles run. Now his brother Marcus is alongside of him, and they're here to take the tag team division over by storm. In a tag team, what better chemistry to have than to have your brother right alongside of you? Expect to see great things coming out of this tag team right here. Going back to singles, Hannibal Shaw was asked, what about a singles run? He said right now he's focused on tagging with Marcus. And if you want to know who Hannibal is, he's the one with the black long coat. Marcus is the taller brother of the two. But anyways, Hannibal said that right now he's focused on getting tag team championship gold with Marcus. He already did the cruiserweight division thing. He would maybe go back to it, but right now his main focus is definitely tagging up with his brother and showing what the tag team division is supposed to be about. And I can very well appreciate that coming from a man to put his brother on. And then Marcus Shaw also said that he didn't mind if Hannibal went out and set his eyes on a cruiserweight title or intercontinental championship title. Who knows? Maybe he might try to get some singles action in too. So as of right now, the career for the Shaw brothers looks promising. So hopefully they can go ahead and get a win tonight in their debut as a tag team. But their opponents tonight is none other than the Street Profits. And there were also some WWE superstars whose contract was bought out by Steve Austin. In an interview, Austin said that the Street Profits was a must-have tag team. So he made sure that he went ahead and locked in the Street Profits. And not only that, Steve Austin went ahead and drafted them to Rage. The Street Profits gained the WWE Tag Team Championship titles plenty of times. Hopefully they can replicate that in LOW. And to start off their career in LOW, they might be Rage's newest tag team champions. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins have that just unmatched chemistry moving into this tag team division, and being one of the most experienced tag teams on the roster, the chances for championship gold looks amazing from their point of view. In an interview, the Street Profits was asked how do they feel about being in a new tag team division, and they answered, it doesn't matter what division they're in, they're here and they want all the smoke. With a lot of new tag teams here, I'm pretty sure we can show the new boys the ropes. So with that statement alone, the Street Profits sound pretty confident coming into this matchup. Hopefully their experience can go ahead and push them over the top. That way they can move on to the next round and go up against some bigger and better teams and really get closer to those tag team titles. This matchup should definitely be interesting, with one side having experience and the other side having brotherly chemistry. I'm excited to see how this match is going to pan out. Montez and Angelo look excited to be here tonight, as well as the crowd in the background. They're excited to be here tonight, and they are ready for some tag team action to go down between the Street Profits and the Shaw Boys. Marcus Shaw is in the ring to start off. Angelo Dawkins is starting off for the Street Profits. There's the bell, and it's time to get this match started. Angelo Dawkins with a nice takedown, belly to back takedown. Angelo Dawkins looking to make a tag early to Montez Ford. Montez in the ring. Montez with that headlock and bulldog. That early tag can show you guys right there that the chemistry and just the experience overall of the Street Profits, it shows in their match so far, making that early tag. Marcus with a nice slam to Montez Ford. Enziguri by Marcus. Nice kick, snap air, and then a kick to the back. Irish whip. Montez turns it around. This match right here was brought to you by Rage. Have you raged lately? Coming back to the match, Angelo Dawkins with a clothesline. He's setting up for something big. And there it is. Angelo going for the cover hook of the leg. 1, 2. Marcus couldn't get there in time. The Street Profits take the win, and the Street Profits are moving on to the next round in the tag team tournaments. Right here, you can see in the replays the DD, he just barely missed the chair. Marcus Shaw with a combination of knees. Angelo Dawkins with a big right hand, and there is the cover to seal the fate. So it looks like experience trumped over that brotherly chemistry today in tonight's matchup. The Street Profits are looking amazing as they move forward in the Rage Tag Team Tournament Championship. Like I was saying before the match even started earlier, expect great things coming out of the Street Profits. Stone Cold didn't go ahead and buy out their contracts for nothing. The Street Profits are your winners of the first matchup of tonight. Taking a look at the Rage Tournament bracket for the Tag Team division, the Street Profits move on. And now we have a matchup between the Rival and the Order, and it's coming up next. With the Rival standing in the ring already loosened up, ready to go, making their way down to the ring right now. Representing the Order is Ethan Walker and Nicholas Rage. And here you have it, folks, one of the best tag teams on the underground circuit. And not only that, one of the best tag teams in 2K19 history, winning the Velocity Tag Team Championship titles over and over and over again. They have now been picked up by LOW and drafted to Monday Night Rage. And in an earlier interview when sources spoke to the Order, they said same business as usual. Even though that statement was short and sweet, we all know that the Order is one of those nasty, gritty teams that gets the job done no matter whatever it takes to become tag team champions and keep those belts for as long as they possibly can. If you had to think about greatest tag teams to compare these two guys to, or just the Order in general, just think about the NWO and how they wreaked havoc over the WWE for years. The Order has that same gritty side to them. So definitely expect a lot of action coming out of the Order, and also expect a lot of drama coming from this group. Hopefully Stone Cold know what he did when he drafted the Order to Monday Night Rage. To start off this match, Ethan Walker is looking really good right after that combination of attack. Dashwater don't know what he got himself into getting into this match. Ethan Walker with another combination of kicks. Ethan Walker getting fired up. The crowd is behind the Order. Dash turns it around, throws Ethan right outside the ring. And now Dash is getting fired up. But previously on Next Up, we had Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, the Street Profits, taking on their first win in the Rage's tournament for the Tag Team Championships. And they are moving on to the next round, and they are here and they are hyped up. Great win for the Street Profits. Coming back to the matchup, it looks like Nicholas Rage and Ethan Walker went ahead and got their first win, and they are also moving forward into tonight's Rage tournament for the Tag Team Championships. Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson fought a good fight, but the Revival couldn't revive themselves tonight in this matchup. The Order is advancing to the next round in the tournament. Taking a look at Synergy's tag team tournament bracket, the Future will be taking on the Colognes up next in their tag team tournament for the Synergy tag team titles. And we are back, ready for some more tag team action. The Colognes are in the ring and they're ready to get their matchup underway. Making their way down to the ring is the new tag team all the way from Tokyo, Japan. We have Hyde and your hero, Winanaki, and together they make the Future. Hyde and your hero were twin brothers from Japan, and they have been a tag team for as long as they can remember. And when Steve Austin had his scouts searching for some tag team talent, they could not pass up on these two brothers, bringing them all the way from across the water to LOW. And I'm not surprised to see Hyde and your hero become the Future of LOW. With Goldberg drafting in the Synergy, expect the Future to do amazing things for the Synergy brand. In an interview, they asked Hyde and your hero how do they feel about being in the LOW, and they just responded simply by saying they are excited to be here. And taking a look at Rage's tournament bracket, the order has moved on, as well as the Shaw Boys. Going back to the match, it looks like your hero and Hyde have won and they are moving on in the Synergy's championship tournament. I can't believe it. They might just be the very well future of this company. They might just be your next Synergy tag team champions. Your hero and Hyde got a win in tonight's matchup. Hopefully it doesn't stop here. Hopefully they can keep getting win after win and make it to the very end for that championship gold. As we look at Synergy's bracket, the Future has moved on, and now we have a matchup between Hit and P1 coming up next. This match is already underway. Eddie Edward taunting the crowd right now, telling George to think about it. Think about what you're doing right now. It looks like they're getting the best of Cody. And George just takes a sweet chin music right on the chin. Eddie Edward and Bobby back. And another one back to back. I can't even get my words under me. Bobby Bias is looking pretty tired on the apron. I thought he was going for another one, but he does go for another one. 3 super kicks in a row. Bobby Bias is tagged in, going for a suplex power bomb. George Freeman turns that right around on Bobby Bias. Now he's looking to tag in Cody. Cody Freeman is now in the ring. P1 is also some twin tag team brothers. Stone Cold set out to get the best tag teams that he could possibly find. And what better way than to go find twin brothers that been having chemistry since birth. After that power driver, Cody goes for a cover. And he gets it. P1 is moving on. They take out Hit in Synergy's tag team tournament. I can't believe what I just saw. Bobby Bias with a spear right there in the replays. George goes for a cover, but it wasn't enough. This match was pretty intense between P1 and Hit, but P1 comes out on top. The twin brothers Cody and George Freeman are moving on in the Synergy's championship tournament. Taking a look at Rage Women's Division, here's their bracket for their tournament, and we have a matchup between the Riot Squad and Truth and Consequences coming up next. This match is already underway. Sarah Logan. Another one with a cartwheel. And then a knee to the face. Sarah Logan going for the cover. Hook of the leg. 1, 2. Cheryl Magnum is just there in the nick of time to break that pin up. Big right hand. Sarah Logan tries to turn it around. A big punch to the gut. Sarah Logan going for Power bomb, a sit-down power bomb. Can she make the tag? She makes the tag. Cheryl is in. Now Sarah Logan also makes a tag. Ruby, Cheryl, belly suplex. Cheryl going for that cover. Hook of the leg. One. Not enough to put this match away. Ruby Riot up to her feet. Cheryl Magnum with a nice snap air and a drop kick to the back. Cheryl Magnum looking to set up. Kick to the gut. Has her. Big time brain buster. Cover. 2. And Sarah Logan doesn't make it there in time. Truth and Consequences are moving on in the Rage Women's Tournament. Truth and Consequences came out on top against the Riot Squad. Ruby and Sarah Logan just couldn't get the job done tonight. After we see the replays, we see a bunch of covers. But we know at the end, we know the end results of this match. Truth and Consequences are moving on. They're another women's tag team brought up from the underground circuit. And these women are here and they looking good in the LOW. Taking a look at Rage Tournament Bracket, TNC moves on. Now we have a matchup between Moonlight and Chaos. And it starts right now. Chaos is getting a win over Moonlight. Ember Moon could not break up the pin in time. Ember Moon with some of those acrobatics. And there's Julia Rose. Julia Rose takes down Ember Moon in the replays. A cover, but it wasn't enough. There go Julia Rose with a Fame-Master. And Chaos takes the win in the first round. Moving on in the bracket. Getting closer and closer to those championship titles. Can they win it all? I don't know. We'll just have to see if these women can make it all the way to the very end. Taking a look at the women's side for Synergy, we have a matchup between TSB, the Suicide Blondes, versus Boom, coming at you now. It looks like the Suicide Blondes are already out here raring to go against Boom, making their way down to the ring. One of the toughest women groups I've seen on the underground circuit so far. Nicole Mercer, Zaya Brookside, and together they make Boom. These ladies are here and they mean business. They're here to bring the boom. Now this was an unlikely tag team to team up, but they felt like together that they could win the championships together and move forward to get some gold around their waist. And that is the end game goal for Zaya Brookside and Nicole Mercer. So that's why they teamed up together, so they can make their dreams come true. And I'm not surprised that Goldberg saw the light in these two women and went ahead and drafted them right over here to Synergy. I feel like they're gonna thrive on the Synergy wave. I mean, you can't go wrong with Nicole Mercer and Zaya Brookside. And then when you put them together as a combo, I mean, championship material right here. You hear the bell, this match is underway. Nicole Mercer, nice backbreaker to Summer Rae, and now she's looking to go ahead and gain that momentum. Summer Rae up to her feet, kick to the gut. Oh, and now a big gut buster. Nicole Mercer going for the early cover, hook of the leg. No count at all. Summer Rae, she needs more. Nicole Mercer has to do a little bit more damage if she wants to go ahead and secure this win early. Summer Rae with a nice fall away. Summer Rae, big knee to the gut. She just grabs the hair of Nicole Mercer, slams her head right on the mat. Stomp to that arm. Now she just drives her shin right into the back of the skull of Nicole Mercer. Summer Rae, Irish whip to her corner. She could be looking for a tag. Tags in Kelly. Nice sweep takedown. Kelly with an elbow right to the back. This match right here was brought to you by Synergy. Energy is synergy. After that, Nicole Mercer and Zaya Brookside looks like they get the win, and they are moving on in the Synergy Women's Tag Team Tournament. I can't believe they went ahead and got their first win tonight as they debut together. They are moving on. Taking another look at Synergy's women's bracket for the tag teams, Boom has moved on, and now we have a matchup between PMS, the Pretty Mean Sisters, versus the Absolute Solution. And already this is the main event of tonight. PMS already standing in the ring ready to get this match underway. And here we have it, the Absolute Solution of Rebecca and Sue coming down to the ring right now. Another one of those great tag teams on the underground circuit. Literally all the tag teams were drafted up from the underground circuit, but these two ladies right here, they just together, they made magic. So when Stone Cold saw him, he said instantly sign these ladies. So expect to see a lot of great tag matches coming out of the women's division for Synergy. Both teams are brand new and they're making their debut tonight. And for each win, just gets that tag team a step closer to tag team championship gold. So in tonight's main event, it could go either way. It can go PMS or it can go the Absolute Solutions way. Rebecca Blackwell and Sue Wynn definitely has the crowd pumped up and behind them right now. We are seconds away from getting our main event of the night underway. It looks like Sue is starting off for the Absolute Solution and Crystal Riley is starting off for PMS. And we get a nice clean wrap up. Crystal Riley overpowering Sue right now. Cranking down on her arm. She decides to let Sue go. Now she just drives her skull right into the mat. Crystal Riley with a big time kick. Now just being disrespectful, rubbing her face all into the mat, elbow to the back. Looking like she's making that early tag to Alex K. Alex K now is in the ring. Taking her over there to the corner. Looks like it. No, she was on a snap air. And then a drop kick right to the back. Irish whip. Sue counters. Staring at Alex in the corner. Alex counters. A nice little stare down between the two young women. Sue brings Alex down, and now she just cranks back on her arm. She could have literally just broke her arm. Now Sue is getting fired up. Picks up Alex K to her feet. Nice suplex by Sue. Going for another. Nice reverse DDT. Sue thought about letting Alex K tag, but she does make the tag. Crystal Riley is back in the ring. Sue with a nice snap air and a kick to the back. Now it looks like Sue is going to go ahead and tag Rebecca Blackwell in. They stare at each other. Nice wrap up, but Rebecca starts it off. Another reverse DDT. Rebecca Blackwell smothering her. Nice takedown counter by Crystal Riley. Drop kick right to Rebecca's face. Going for a little suplex. No, Rebecca counters. Nice takedown by Rebecca, and she goes for a pin. 1 count. Crystal Riley turns it around, takes Rebecca down. Big forearm punch by Crystal Riley. She grabs her hair and tosses her because she's showing some type of strength. Irish whip to the corner. Possibly looking for another tag to Alex K. No. Puts her on the top turnbuckle. Wow, what a takedown. Now she's going ahead and tagging Alex K in. Alex back in the ring. The disrespectfulness. Alex K going for, what is this, Rebecca? Fighting her way out of it. Turns it around. Couple gut punches. Fights off Alex K. Now she's going for another DDT. Alex K making a tag. Sue's back in the ring. She goes for a stomp. Alex K rolls out of the way, but Alex K with a couple kicks. That doesn't stop Sue. Sue with a nice suplex. Sue counters that. Oh no. Alex K with a counter and a clothesline. Previously on Next Up, Nicole Mercer and Zaya Brookside ended up getting a win for Synergy Women's Division, their tag team division, I might say, and they are moving on, getting closer and closer to the tag team championship titles. Back in the match, Alex K looking like she's getting the best of Rebecca Blackwell. Drives her forehead right into her knee. Alex K setting up for something big. Both women have fought their hearts out. Alex K off the ropes. Oh my God, into a backstabber. Cover, hook of the legs. Can Sue make it in time? Sue doesn't make it in time. PMS is moving on to the next round. I cannot believe what I'm seeing right here tonight, folks. PMS is definitely moving on. Wow, I can't even, the words aren't even coming out of my mouth right now. I thought for sure that Absolute Solution had what it take to take down PMS, especially watching these two groups wrestle in the underground circuit. PMS is here, and they get their first win on their debut. Crystal Riley, Alex K are moving on. I can't believe it. What a main event we had tonight. These ladies are one step closer to championship gold. We'll just have to see what they do on Synergy. But next up is definitely Monday Night Rage.